My dear students in Language School, good evening for all. Mrs. Rania Mahmoud al-Nagar with you today to start studying KRU lessons. Today, chapter 29. We will revise conditions and then moving to the new lesson. Let's start. Chapter 29, Conditions 5. Let's first have a review on conditional branching. We will review if statement and if else statement. Last time we have studied about our scores, and here Cadiz takes a score 62 in math. What will the reward he will have? Will he have a reward? Let's see. Here we have a first program. Let's create a program as follows. Declare variable score and assign 100 to it. If score is the same as 100, output reward is a stake. So the reward will be a stake if the score is equal to 100. Let's see. First, let's have a variable called score. So let's score equal 100. Now check the score. If score equal, we want to compare the variable score with the value of 100. What will happen if the score is equal to 100? Let's open curly bracket and start write the result of achieving the condition. Console.log. Let's take a copy and then paste. Reward is stake. Don't forget semicolon here. And let's run the code. Here, the result is reward is stake. This is if we use a simple if statement, to just check one condition. If the score is equal to 100, the reward will be a stake only, no other conditions. We will not check any other condition. But what if we have more than one condition? Let's see. Here we will create a program that outputs reward is a stake if the test score is 100 and reward is cake if it is 80 or higher. The test score is set here to 85, and let's see what the program will give us. Here we start with a score and assign 85 to the score. We check if the score is equal to 100, so the reward is a stake. Now let's add the other condition, how we will do it after finishing writing if statement. Write else if score greater than or equal 80. What will happen then? Console.log. Let's copy and paste this statement, and now let's check the code. So here we declare a variable score and assign a value 85 to it, and then check the value of the score. if it is equal to 100. So we have to show on screen the statement reward if a steak. And if it is not equal to 100, we will check another condition using else if, which is score is greater than or equal to 80, and then the result then will be reward is cake. We will show on screen reward is cake. Now let's run the code and check both conditions. So the result is reward is cake. So the information we get here is if we want to add condition, we should write else if. We should add else if. But this statement else if can be used when you need two or more conditions. When you need two or more conditions, means you can use many else if. Now let's have another example. We will create a program that output reward is steak if the test score is equal to 100, reward is cake if it is 80 or above, and the third condition, no games for a week, and then otherwise the test score is 62 points. And let's see how we can add the condition to cover this case. Here we have test the score. First we declare the variable score and assign 62 to it. Then if score is equal to 100, we will put console.log reward is the steak. We will check another condition if the score is greater than or equal 80. So we show on screen reward is cake, but our condition is not met yet. So we have to add else, the last result. So here we use else after testing all conditions and put inside else the last case. What will happen if the both conditions are not met? We have to show on screen no games for this week. Now let's test the code. Yes, no games for a week. Why? Because the score is not equal to 100 and the score is not greater than or equal to 80. It is less than 80. So we have no choices. We will show on screen no games for a week. So the key points of the lesson is to perform if statement. Condition if met, we write if condition process. To add another condition and process, write else if followed by condition and the process. And for process, when none of the condition is met or none of the condition is applied, we write else followed by a process. We have no conditions after else, we have a process. So now moving to the next lesson. In our next lesson, the second lesson, we will discuss arithmetic operation within conditional branch. So let's have an example. We will create a program that outputs peak catch when a size of the code fish is 50 centimeters or greater. So we have to declare a variable fish, and then we have to assign 50 to it. If fish is greater than or equal to 50, we will output peak catch to the console. How we can do it? First, let's declare the variable fish. So let fish and assign 50 to it. Let fish equal 50. Now let's compare fish with 50. If fish greater than or equal to 50, we have to show on screen console.log catch. Let's copy, then paste. Don't forget semicolon. And let's test the code. Big catch. So we have here a variable named fish. We assign 50 to it, and we will check the condition. If fish is greater than or equal to 50, we will show on screen big catch. Now, what if we have a counter? If we add value to fish? Let's see this example. Let's fish equal to 50. We want to check if the variable fish is equal to 50 and increase the big fish counter by 1. So we have to declare two variables, one for the fish, which is equal to 50, and another variable called count that we will use it as a counter, which is increase the big fish by 1. You will increase the counter big fish by 1. So here we assign 50 to fish, and we have a stored value 0 to the variable of count. Now check the value of the variable fish. We will check if it is equal to 50 or greater than 50. We will print on screen big catch. What else? We will add 1 to the old value of count. So new value of count equal 1 means the new value of the variable count will be increased by 1. The old value of variable count plus 1. And after this, we will show on screen console.log big fish counter, then plus means here we will add the value of count to the words shown on screen. So big fish plus the value of count. Now let's try. We will enter the program as follows. If fish equal, let fish equal 50, let fish equal 50, let count equal 0. If fish greater than or equal to 50, console.log big catch. And after this, we will add the value of the count. We will add 1 to the old value of count. Means that we will increase the value of count by 1. So we have to complete the code. We have to take this, copy, inside the curly bracket. Now run the code. As we have here only 1. So big catch and big fish counter is equal to 1. After 0, it is increased by 1, so the big fish counter is equal to 1. Now we will create a new program that outputs super big catch, and the number of super big fish code as super big fish counter if the size of the caught fish is 1 centimeter or greater. Let's write the code. First, we here declare the variable fish and assign 120 to it, and then declare the variable count and assign 0 to it. How we will check? If the fish is greater than or equal to 100, we have to output super big catch to the console. And when you catch a fish 100 centimeters or larger, assign count +1 to the variable count, and then output super big fish counter value of count to the console. So we have to make two processes. The first one is to check if fish greater than or equal to 100, console.log super big fish and then add count equal count +1, then console.log super big fish counter we have to add plus count here. We have to test the code and both of the statements are printed. So we have learned more than one thing that we can do with if statement, which is by performing arithmetic operation within conditional branch. You can process things like adding one to variable if a certain condition is met. Now move to the next lesson. Today we will discuss how we will combine if statement with if statement, two if statement. It really is. Hey, let's go to the big park for a picnic today. There is a new parky that opened near the park, so let's buy bread there for the lunch. We want to go out before it starts raining. So let's see the code. You will create a program that has a picnic in the park if it is sunny. Otherwise, has lunch at home. So we have to declare a variable called weather, which means weather, and assign the value sunny to it. If the variable weather is sunny, we can output on screen picnic in the park. And then if condition is not met, we will output lunch at home. So we have here declared the variable weather and assign the value sunny to it. We have to check if weather equal sunny console.log picnic in the park. And it's time now to close the curly bracket and use else. console.log lunch at home. So we will have a picnic if the weather is sunny, and otherwise, if it is not sunny, we have to take lunch at home. Let's run the code. Because the weather is sunny, we will have a picnic in the park. The condition is met. So we have another good problem. We can add conditions and processes to this program too. Let's add a condition for if it is sunny and the store is open. We have two conditions here. The weather is sunny and the store is open. What will we do? We can buy a bread and go for a picnic. How will be the code? We have here let weather equal sunny, and we have to declare another variable called shop, for example. So we can write let shop equal open. So if the weather is sunny and if shop equal open, what will happen? We will show on screen, let's buy bread and go for a picnic, else also we can have lunch at home. So it's perfect till now. If a program where an if statement is written inside another if statement, we have done with different example. So if the bakery is not open, let's buy apple and go for a picnic. So we have to check many conditions now. If the weather is sunny, yes. If the bakery is open, yes. If the weather is sunny, we will check if the bakery is open or not. But when the weather is not sunny, we will lunch at home. Now, if the bakery is open, if the weather is sunny and the bakery is open, we have to buy bread and have a picnic. If the weather is sunny, but the bakery is not open, we can buy apple and have a picnic. So we have to check two conditions if they are met or not. Let's try. We have now a variable weather, and it is equal to sunny, and the variable shop, which is equal to closed. If the weather is sunny, we will check the other condition. If the weather is sunny and this condition is met, we will move to check the other condition. If the weather is not sunny, we will not check the second condition. We will not ask for the shop if it is open or not. But now, if the weather is sunny and it's time to check if the shop is open or not. If the shop is open, we will show on screen, let's buy a bread and go for a picnic. What will happen if the shop is closed? So we have to use else. And what happens if the shop is closed? We will write console.log we can copy Let's buy apple and go for a picnic. Don't forget to close the curly bracket. And it's time to run the code. So it is correct because the top is closed. We have to show on screen, let's buy apple and go for a picnic. So you can use else even in nested cases. You can use else even in nested cases. So in nested conditions, you cannot only use if statement, but also we can use else statement. Now let's study how to write nested statements. Next week, there is a field trip at school, but we are worried about the weather again. Field trip, that sounds nice. Is it somewhere you can go even it is rains? Even it rains, we can actually cancel the trip. But if it is not rain, we can go for the trip. So let's see the code. You will create a program outputs. Let's go on the field trip if it is sunny. Otherwise, we will print field trip cancelled. We declare a variable called weather, which means weather, and assign the value sunny to it. If the weather is sunny, output, let's go on the field trip. If the condition is not met, output, field trip cancelled. So we have to let weather equal sunny and then check for the value of the weather. If weather equal sunny, console.log let's go on the field trip. We can copy to write correct. Don't forget semicolon. If the weather is not sunny, we will use else if the condition is not met. Again, console.log field trip cancels. Now let's run the code. Because the value of the variable weather is sunny, we will show on screen, let's go on the field trip. So we have got this part down perfectly. By the way, we will change the destination depending on the group. So we have to add more conditions. Let's see this example. We will create a program that outputs destination is the zoo. If it is sunny and in group A. Destination in the museum if not in group A, and the field trip cancel if it is raining. The variable of group is assigned to group A. So let's see how we can make it. Here we have the weather is sunny and the group is A. We will check if the variable weather is sunny, what will happen, and else if it is not met, means the weather is not sunny. So, as you're checking the variable weather, we have to check the group. So, we will open if group equal to group A. You can take this. Console.log. Destination is the zoo. So we have here two conditions to be met. To go to the zoo, we have two conditions to be met. The first condition is the weather is equal to sunny and the group is equal to group A. So we will go to the zoo. Else, what if we have another group, but the weather is sunny? Means that we have another option in the second if. So, console.log. Now we have here the weather is sunny, but the group is not group A. Destination in the museum. For example, we are in group B. What if the weather is not sunny? We have to write console.log field trip cancelled. Now destination is the zoo because weather is equal to sunny and group is equal to group A. So what if we have many groups, group A, group B, or other groups? Means we have to use if statement, else if statement, and else statement all together. That's right. Inside the nested if, we can use not only if, but we can use else and else if. Check the program. We will create a program that outputs destination in the zoo. If it is sunny and in group A, destination is the museum. If we are in group B, destination is the art museum. If we are in group C, and field trip is cancelled if it is raining. The value of the variable group is assigned to C. So we have to check, or we have to complete the code as follows. If it is sunny, if the variable group is B, output destination is the museum to the console. If the condition is not met, output destination is the art museum to the console. So let the weather is equal to sunny. Let group is equal to group C. And if weather is sunny, if group is equal to group A, console.log destination is the zoo. We have here to use else if. We have to check if group is equal to group B. Let's copy this and convert it to group B. Open the curly bracket. Console.log. Destination is a museum. And in else, You can copy console.log. Destination is the art museum. So in the first condition, if the weather is sunny, this condition here is met. So it's time to check the other condition, if the group is A or the group is B or the group is C. Supposing that the weather is sunny. But if the weather is not sunny, we will have else here, else of the first F, not the second one. If the weather is not sunny, we have to print field trip is cancelled. So now the destination is art music because we are in group C. We are not in group A. We are not in group B. The condition weather is sunny is achieved. So we have to ask about the group. We are not in group A. We are not in group B. So we have the third option, destination is the art museum. Now, in nested conditions, you can not only use if statement, but also add conditions using else if. Here, we finished our lesson and it's time to review. We have total of 5 questions. If we answer 5 questions, it will be perfect. If we answer 4 questions, it will be clear. 3 or less, we will need to repeat the review again. So start from the beginning. Question number 1. We have already a code which let A equal 5, let B equal 10, and the condition here if A greater than B, so console.log A is bigger. Now we have to add a second condition to the written program. If A is less than B, we have to output B is bigger to the console. The second condition expression is A less than B. So how we can add this condition? Let's see. After finishing the first one, we have to write else if, add the condition A less than B, open curly bracket, console.log, copy B is bigger, then run the code, B is bigger. So it's correct, we have to answer and move to the question. It is correct. Next. Here we have to select the output result from executing the following program. Let's see the program. The program here declare a variable A and assign a value 500 to it. And then declare a variable B and assign a start value 0 to it. Now we have a condition. If the value of the variable A is greater than or equal to 1, is the condition met here? Yes, because the value of the variable A is 500, so it is greater than 1. Now, because this condition is met, we have to increase the value of the variable B by 100 and then show on screen the new value of variable B after increment. So the variable B was equal to 0 and then we add 100, so the new value of variable B is 100 and it is the first answer. This is correct. Let's answer. Correct. Now question number 3, we have also to select the output result from executing the following program. Here we have a variable weather which has the value of sunny. We have a variable group which has the value of P group. Now we check the value of the variable weather. If the weather is equal to sunny, if the group is equal to a group, we have to output cancel the clock destination in the park, and else if we are not in group A but the weather is sunny, we have to show on screen destination is the amusement park, and if the weather is not sunny, we have to show on screen destination in the aquarium. Now, the first condition is met. Already the weather is sunny. So we will check group B. If we group is A, cancel the flag is destination in the park, and now we are in group B. So we will show on screen destination in the amusement park. Question number 3, select the output result from executing the following program. We have two variables here. Variable 1 is equal to sunny, and variable 2 group is equal to B group. Now, if we check for the variable weather, if it is equal to sunny, if this condition is met, we will move to check for another condition about the group. If group is equal to A group, we have to show on screen destination in the park, and else we have to show any groups except group number A. We will show on screen destination in the amusement park. Otherwise, if the weather is not sunny, we have to show on screen destination in the aquarium. So now the first condition is met. The weather is equal to sunny. So we have to check the other condition. If the group is equal to group A, of course not. So we have to show on screen destination in the amusement park. The last one is the correct answer. Moving to question number 4. Question number 4 asks for a program that check if variable weather is sunny and then check if the store is open. So we have two conditions to check. If it is open, output go to the store. So we have to check whether the variable is sunny or not, and if it is sunny, means if the first condition is met, we have to check the second condition, whether the store is open or not, and if it is open, means that the second condition is met too. We have to output go to the store. So here we have two variables, let weather equal sunny, let shop equal open, and we check for the first condition if weather is sunny. What will happen if the weather is sunny? We have to check for the second condition. So if shop equal to open, this is the second condition. Console.log go to the store. Else staying at home. Let's run the code, go to store and answer. Our answer is already correct. Moving to the last question, and let's read carefully. Let's create a program that changes the destination based on the time of the day. If the weather is rain, and goes for a walk if it is not rain. So the first condition is based on the time of the day if the weather is rain, and then go for a walk if it is not rain. This is the first one. For any weather, the destinations are the movie theater in the morning, the library at noon, and staying at home otherwise. So we have to complete by. So if the weather is rain, we have to check for the time. We have a variable named time. So if time equal morning, console.log let's go to the movie theater. And staff time equal noon, console.log let's go to library. Else console.log let's stay at home. Now else console.log let's go for a walk. Now run the code. Let's go to the movie theater. Answer it is correct too. Now we have 5 correct questions. So how you expect the result? Sure, we get the 5 diamonds and we are perfect. And next time we will move to the next questions. Our dear students, here we reach to the end of our session today. We have completed 29 chapters. We have to study well and be ready for the midterm test. Let's study, and if you have any questions, send to us. I was very lucky today to be with you, and till we meet again, goodbye everybody.